Okay, hello guys, hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this reading vlog. We are seeing how much I can read realistically this week. I'm actually really confused about the rating of this book. I was a judgmental kid. Yes, I was. Yes, the writing is horrible, it's choppy. I will be ratting on this couch. I think this is one of my favorite videos to watch, to film, because I just love seeing how people implement reading into their life. Because, like, you know, reading is a leisure activity, so people have their busy life going on. Maybe you're a mom, maybe you're a dad, maybe you're a student, maybe you're writing a book. You have so much going on in life, and I literally love sitting there and seeing how people like fit in reading the little habits into their life. So I thought this week we would just that, just slow down for a bit, mood read, see how much we can read. And I started yesterday was Saturday. I started with this book. This is the last one, by Rachel Haswell Hall. I'm sorry, I don't have the cover, because look how pretty this is. Like, I was doing my bookshelves for the fall, and I took off the dust jacket and I saw this. I was like, oh, I'll never put the dust jacket back, because gorgeous. And look inside. Look, are you joking? Are you kidding? Look how gorgeous this is. And this whole thing, I'm like, okay, I prefer it like this. This is beautiful. But I haven't been wanting to read this book since last year. Last year I wanted to read it, but I kept seeing so many like mixed reviews about it. A lot of people were saying that they didn't love the female main character, that she was unlikable, that she made like irrational, stupid decision. And I was like, wait, hold on. The girl I'm supposed to be rooting for, the girl I'm going in thinking because you know, this is a female main character. Like, I always have to root for my girls. So I was like, oh, so you're telling me I'm going to dislike her? You're telling me she made dumb decisions? So I was like, oh, I don't know. But then coming into this year, I was like, I must read it. It was it was on my list, in my 15 to read for 2025. So picked it up, and honestly, I have to say, maybe I'm speaking too soon. Maybe I'm going to eat my words, but I have to say I'm enjoying it so much. I'm in page 53, so maybe I'm literally so early in, but I don't think so far she has made any dumb decision. I don't think she has made any irrational decision, given what she's in, given the predicament she's in. I'm like, I fear she's acting normal. Like, I was like, maybe, because if it was me, listen, this is what she finds herself in. Okay, the girl woke up in this like deserted little village where everyone's sick, and she opened her eyes, she's been robbed. She, like, the first thing, she woke up, she's been robbed, and this thief ran out. This thief was like stealing her stuff, ran out, and she ran out of the thief like after the thief to like get herself back. And she realized she's in this deserted village, little town, where everyone is sick. Everyone looks like they're going to die quite soon. So she's freaking out. She's like, oh my god, why am I here? Am I going to die? And then she realized she can't even walk, she can't even talk, she does not even remember her name. And then she just got robbed. And then on top of it, the villagers are trying to kill her. So I'm sitting there like, I fear I'll be acting the same way. Like, I'm like, I don't know if I listen, if you woke up somewhere, you don't know where you are, you don't know your name, you don't know where you're from, you don't know anything at all, you're just like a newborn basically. You're trying to run after this person who just stole something from you, and then the villagers catch you and they're like, who are you? Why are you here? Let's kill her. I fear we all will be irrational. I feel like we all would be like, no, like, I'm gonna fight for my life. Even though what I really love about her so far is the fact that she's so confident in herself, even though she doesn't know where she's from, she doesn't know why she's here, she doesn't even understand this whole village, because like everyone in this village has this read thing. It seems like they're going to die quite soon. They have this like sickness. The air is it's just very heavy, and she's like, oh my god, should I be worried about my health? Am I going to die? Why am I here? Why is everybody sick? Like, what's going on? She's staying very firm and like, no, I'm not asking for forgiveness. No, like, she stole from me, she needs to give me my stuff. I was reading, I was like, she's kind of like a badass. Like, I kind of like that about her. Like, I'm like, she's not asking for forgiveness, she stayed hella tall. I was like, okay, I like you, because I'm like, okay, I love it. But that is where I'm at. I'm going to chapter 7. I'm on page 53. We don't know too much yet, obviously, and I love that. Like, I feel like one thing I can say about this book as well, I feel like I just like got dropped into this story. You know how I feel like when you're reading fantasy that you get the genesis of everything. You like, oh, this person was born and then this person was born and then this and this and this. But this one, because of the predicament she finds herself in, like I feel like me and her, we got dropped into these people's world and their life was already going on, and us, we just like, okay, why am I here? What is going on? Like, I just love how I'm finding out about this world. Like, I'm finding out the world building as she is. I don't know, I feel like that's just fun to figure out. I'm enjoying it. I'm so happy that I am, because it's a book that I've been wanting to read for since last year, and this year I was like, I have to read it. And I was still I picked it up yesterday. I was like, okay, I'm in the mood to read. I picked it up yesterday and I was like, am I going to like it? But I went into it nervous, a little bit excited. Now, no nervous one in my body. And maybe I am speaking too soon. Maybe I am, but I'm really enjoying it. I like our favorite character so far. She's very confident. She's a badass. She stands in what she believes. And also, we did meet the MMC. And guys, someone has to write a short king. Like, someone just had to write a MMC that is short, because the way I started laughing yesterday, my husband was at work and I was in bed reading this book and I started laughing because I literally underlined that part, because our main character was saying how everyone in that village is just sick. They have this sweet aura. They all just looks like death and they smell funny and they're gonna die quite soon, right? She's like, oh my God, why is everybody here sick and I can't smell them? What is happening? Walks in the MMC. Mind you, she says, he's like the tallest person. And I'm like, there he is. Because what do you mean he's the tallest person? Like, amongst all these villagers, he's the tallest. He's the tallest. All of a sudden, he looks good. And I'm like, but he lives in this village that you said everybody has this disease and they're going to die. I'm like, someone just write a short king. Someone fight someone that I'm not going to immediately know. This is you. Why? Because you're tall. I was like, somebody just have to do it. But I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. Like, honestly, enjoying it is an understatement. I'm loving it so much. I am loving it. Right now, she has to pay this debt, and also she just learn her name, because like I said, she doesn't remember who she is, where she's from, how she got here. She didn't even remember her name, and all of a sudden she's like able to read people's mind. So it's like, who am I? Why am I able to read people's mind? She doesn't even know if she's half human, half something, if she's like full human, nothing. This is why I'm saying I will be acting irrational as well. I will be making dumb decisions, because I know me. I panics in situation I cannot control. I will freak out. The moment do not put me in any situation Rosalie cannot control, because I will go crazy. So I'm like, I don't think she has made any dumb decision given the predicament that she's in. I fear I will be acting the same way, if not worse. But I'm enjoying it. She just found out what her name is, and my theories is written all over this. Guys, I cannot borrow people my book. This is why sometimes I have like 2 copies of the same book, because look at this. Like, don't read it, but look at this. Theories. Like, my thoughts are written all over this book, and I started it last night. But I'm like, okay, maybe this is what, because her name kind of like have a meaning, and her name is in a storybook. So I'm just like, okay, maybe this is who she is, or maybe this is theories and thoughts are all over this book. And I'm like, no one can pick this up, because I will spoil it, because I feel like my theories and like thoughts and little ideas may be right, but I'm still too early and I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. And we're going to sit here, read more, and I think I might go to Barnes & Noble with my husband later, maybe get the second one. That's how much I'm loving it. I want to get the second one. Hello guys, it is the next day. It is Monday. I haven't had the time to sit down and read today. It is Monday, but I thought we'll go over our stats before I start reading today. But I'm currently on page 88, and yesterday I think we started on page 53. So 88 minus 53, actually no, it was 54. 88 minus 54, so that means yesterday I read 34 pages, but Saturday, because I started this book Saturday I read 54 pages, and yesterday Sunday I read 34, and today I haven't had the time to sit down and read it. But you guys, I'm actually really confused about the rating of this book. The average rating on Goodreads of this book is 2.8. 2.8. Like, I'm actually so shocked. I'm confused because I'm sitting here and I'm enjoying this so much. Like, the amount of prediction and theories in my head right now, like, I'm honestly so confused. Like, I don't know what people didn't love about this book. I'm so confused. Like, yesterday at the library, I read, I kid you not, maybe 1 or 2 chapters at the library, because like every time I read something, I have a new theories, I have new ideas, I have, like, I think I figured this whole thing out. Like, I was telling my husband everything I was reading, and the whole time in the car when we were coming back home, like, I literally was telling him, like, I don't understand how people didn't like this book. And I was saying maybe I'm still too early in, but I'm very confused about the rating of this. Like, you guys, like I said, I've been wanting to read this since last year, and I just saw so many bad reviews. Like, most of the reviews were saying the writing is horrible, it's choppy, the MMCs, like the FMC is unlikable, and the romance, that I'll give them. The romance is the one thing I'm not loving so far. The romance is the one thing that I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm loving it. But everything else, I'm like, I'm loving, especially our female main character. I love her. This is my little prediction. This is what my theories. It is literally written down right now. Like, I wrote them down because I was like, I am 100,000% sure that I'm right. I doubt it. I doubt it. Well, my theories is that, like, maybe she's a goddess, or like maybe a queen. Like, I honestly think maybe she could be like a god because of the way she carries herself. Like, we know she was literally, she woke up in this deserted little village, does not know, she didn't remember her name, didn't know who she was, and does not know where she's like from or anything like that. But honestly, the more I read it, I'm on page 88 right now, and the more I read it, the more I honestly think she's either a goddess or a queen because of how she carries herself. Like, she carries herself with this confidence that only a queen not only a queen can. She carries herself with so much self-assurance, with so much respect, and she just so unshaken, and like I don't know how to say, like, she's so unshaken and like messy situation. Like, something was happening the last chapter I read last night, something was happening, and she just got in, and I was like, babe, are we sure about this? Do you really want to fight? You don't really want to fight? And like, she's like, I'm gonna fight because this is unfair, I'm gonna do it. And I was like, okay. She got in, and like all the soldiers were looking at her like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm fighting, I'm helping y'all because this is unfair. And so this is why I'm thinking that she might be a goddess or like a queen or like maybe a soldier. Actually, I didn't even think about soldier. Maybe let me write that down. She might be a soldier. I didn't even think that. Like, honestly, my predictions are goddess or a queen, and now a soldier. She might be a soldier. I'm confused. I'm honestly confused, and that's why you have to read a book for yourself, because I'm reading it right now. I'm like on page 88, and I cannot wait to just sit here and like read more. Like, I had to go to the doctor today, and I had other errands to run, and the whole time I was thinking of this book. I was thinking, oh, I'm my main character. Like, if I can say one thing I'm not loving, the one thing I'm not crazy about is the romance. Like, I'm not loving the romance yet. I'm not loving it. Like, I'm sure it's going to like literally grow. Like, I'm sure I'm going to love them. But so far, this is the thing. Our female main character and our MMC has known each other for honestly like maybe 3 days, maybe 48 hours. Like, I'm gonna give them 3 days, and the way they're already feeling too much too soon, I'm like, nah. Like, I was like, please stop. Like, please stop. The way he's already so protective over her, and like a little bit like, I don't know, like, I was sitting there like, I don't know. I was gonna say it feels forced, but honestly, it does not feel forced. It just feels slightly too much too soon. Like, I think they do have a nice little banter going around, and like, I do think, like, I'm literally smiling about something that just happened. Like, see, See, it doesn't feel forced because I'm smiling and giggling so much. It just feels too much too soon. Like he's a little bit over protective, over possessive over her, and I was just like, okay, come down, babes, come down. You know her for 2 business days. We don't need to do all that. Whatever. Because like earlier she went somewhere and then she came back, right? He was like, I heard you had fun with da. And then she was like, how'd you hear that? He was like, well, he's usually grumpy, and people said he's seen him like smiling like all grinning, so like obviously you had fun. And she's like, oh yeah, I had fun. And then he was like, oh, okay. I'm like, are you jealous already? Like, come down. Like, settle down. What are you doing? But I feel like that's the only thing that I'm not loving. But everything else I loved. I love how I'm learning more about the world, and you know, the world building is like, it's coming together. We're learning about the world building. We're learning about the other characters. We're learning about our MMC and his whole life, how he was brought up, and his sister is a very important character in this book. And we're learning about our FMC right now. She's just like thinking, maybe I am this person, or maybe I was this person, maybe I can form it. Like, you know, we're learning so much about this world in her and every character. So I'm just shocked. Like I'm honestly so shocked that people didn't love it. Like I'm confused. I'm honestly confused. Like, I'm like, what on earth is happening? Which is literally making me so excited to finish it and to run to Barnes to buy the second one. Like, I can't wait to finish this and to run to Barnes and buy the second one. I was going to borrow it from at my library, but now I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go to Barnes and buy it, because I honestly, I cannot believe this is like a 2.8. Like, the average rating is a 2.8. I'm shocked. I'm honestly so I'm confused and annoyed. Not myself for not picking it up, but I'm confused and annoyed about, so because if you go on Goodreads and you like clicked on like the 1-star reviews, it's like, do not recommend, DNF, this was trash, female character was horrible, this is trash. Like, I was like, oh my god, maybe I'm going to hate it, maybe this is going to be the worst time of my life. And here I am, I was at my doctor's office just going like, oh my god, just let me go so I could read. Like, let me go. And I was running out of errands, like, oh god, I need to go home so I could sit down and read. But I'm loving it. Like, I don't have too much to say other than the fact that I'm loving it, I'm enjoying it. This is why you have to read a book for yourself. You must read a book for yourself. I'm going to sit here and read as much as I can, and possibly get the audiobook so I could read more today. Guys, I know I said earlier like I was in love in the romance, and I'm still not too crazy, but like I think that's the one thing that I'm not crazy about, like I said. However, I think I'm going to love it, but I think the reason why, because I think I said earlier he was like a little like jealous too early, because too much too soon. He was already like jealous, he was given possessive, protective, like overly protective, right? But I think I know why. Like, I'm reading this, I was like, actually it kind of makes sense for his character. It's because he's a big brother, and he's like it's him and his sister is a big, like, as an important character to the story, and he also had to protect his sister and always because his sister gets in trouble 24/7, literally trouble all the time. And I feel like because he is always taking care of her and always making sure like she doesn't get in trouble, and when she does get in trouble, like, he immediately go to her rescue and like beg for her forgiveness and stuff. So I feel like he just has this protective thing about him. So now he sees her, he's like, oh, I'm trying to protect you, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's not like in a brother sisterly way, it's more like this is just who he is. So he's going to protect whoever he's with. And also because he was also in the battle that she just fought, he was also in there as well. So I feel like he's just extremely protective to people he loves, or people, well, he doesn't love her yet, but people he cares about. And also the fact that he took her in, because again, they're gonna throw her in jail and let her die in there because of something she did in the beginning. And they were like, oh, okay, well, so you taking her in, she still has to pay her debt, so you take her in, and she doesn't pay us, we'll kill all y'all. So he's protective over her, and also protective over his sister, and also protective over the, like, some of the villagers there. So I'm, because I just read a part, I was like, actually this makes sense to who you are. actually this makes sense to who you are right now. Like now I'm like, okay, you're growing on me. Because earlier I was like, why are you already jealous? Why are you already overly possessive and protective? But then it makes sense, right? Because like bigger, like older brothers do that. Because I have an older brother and he's extremely protective of me and extremely protective of women in general. So it kind of reminds me of that. I don't know. I don't know. Can you tell I'm still enjoying it? Can you tell I'm still loving it? I am going to get the audiobook. So actually, I already did. I did get the audiobook, and I think I'm going to stop reading, maybe start listening to it so I could do my adult thing. I need to clean. I can't be here under this perfect loop. Like I can't just do that, even though that's what I want to do. I just got the audiobook, so I'm going to listen. I'm going to clean up, and before bed we'll talk. But so far, darling, I'm still very much enjoying it, darling.
37. Let me do this before you settle in. All the levels just yet.
Hello guys, hi everyone. It is the next day. It is 12:43. I haven't had the time to sit down and read today. My husband came over for lunch. I was going to read over lunch, but my husband came over, so we were just eating lunch, and I bothered this man. I bothered this man because we have a very pivotal part of this book, and the way he came over, and I was like, I need to tell you everything that just happened, because guys, things are about to change. Things are about to change. I'm so excited. This is why we have left. And I literally told my husband over lunch, like, do not expect dinner to be done. I will be rotting on this couch. Don't expect dinner. And he says, we'll just go out for dinner. But you guys, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. But I listened to chapter 37, but I read that last night, but I was half asleep when I was reading it last night. You know when you're reading and like you're like half asleep and your brain don't really, like, your brain is not returning any information. That was me last night. I didn't want to stop reading, but I was half asleep, and I was just like, I think when I wake up I have to read this. And thank God I did, because oh my God, guys, I missed on an important point. I missed on an important detail. I was like, how did I miss that? And I was like, oh, right. I was half asleep. Thank God I re-listened to it this morning, because oh my gosh, but I haven't read anything, and I'm going to just write here. But I thought we'll go over how many pages we've read. We read yesterday. So we started on page 88, I think, chapter 12, page 88, right? I think, I'm not sure. Let's just double check. But it was chapter 12. We started on chapter 12. Okay, yeah, we started on page 89. But so right now I'm on page 254. So 254 minus 88, and that is 166 pages. So yesterday, Monday, we read 166 pages, which is quite exciting because that's the most I've read so far. I'm enjoying it, and the part that we in, things are about to change. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I honestly have no idea. I don't know if I'm going to pick up a romance, but a romance after a fantasy is never fun for me, because like after you read a fantasy, it's a lot of things happening, and when you read a romance, it's like, oh, what do you mean you can't read your mind? What do you mean? What do you mean there's no creature coming out of the woods? What do you mean there's no creature falling off the sky? This is just like a romance. What do you mean you have the problems that I have in this real world? This is boring. So, but in that sense, I feel like it might be a romance, because I don't want to finish the zoology. I was gonna go to like Barnes & Noble and just pick up the next one and read it, but I don't think I'm ready for it. I don't think I'm ready to say goodbye. But I'll be here reading this today. I told my husband that I expect dinner, and I checked Audible, and I have, I think, 5 hours. I have 5 hours and 6 hours. I have 6 hours left on Audible, but I'm going to read, because I'm not loving the audiobooks too much. Like, I don't love the narrator, so I think I will just read the rest today. But darling, I have nothing to do. I have nothing to do but finish this book today. I can't tell you guys anything that's happening, because anything I say will be held against me. Anything I say will be spoiler, and I don't want to spoil this perfect little book for you. I really hope you guys read it. You might love it, you might hate it like the others, but I am enjoying it. I'm enjoying it, darling. I really am. But let me pull this couch out and let me just lay back No, pause. Calm down. Rosalie, stop it. Stop. Okay. I'm not a calm reader. As we can tell, I am not a calm reader when I'm reading fantasy. Oh, any book, really. I just have to guess. Wait, pause. Hold on. Okay. Let me finish it. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh my gosh. That's what I'm saying. I'm so stupid. Wait. Actually, wait. How did I miss that? Okay, hi guys. I said, when was that? Monday? The other day? That I didn't understand the rating of this book. Again, it's a 2.8 on Goodreads, and I said I didn't really understand the rating of it, and I didn't understand where people come from. I was like, it was bad. And I finished this book, and I still stand behind it. I don't get it. I don't get how people could just hate this book. And you know, like how you read some books, sometimes you're like, oh my, like, I could read a book, you hate the book, you could read a book, I hate the book, and it's okay. This is how the world goes. We don't have to like the same thing. It's okay. But this one, I'm confused. Like, I'm honestly so confused and sort of upset and hurt a little bit. You would think this is my book. You would think this is my baby. Because the way I feel, I'm like, how do people not love this? Like, what on earth is happening? Especially because when you are on Book Talk, or like, yeah, when you're on Book Talk, you see so many people saying, oh, I just want some new ideas for fantasy. Like, I'm tired of the sim fantasy trope and the sim fantasy, like, story. Like, give me new ones. And then you get this one that is extremely new, that is extremely refreshing to read. And you like, some people are like, this was trash. DNF. And I'm reading this, I was like, what? Like, what? And my husband came home, and I finished it. And I ran in the room, like I was like, I need you to read this like immediately, please. And I have a list of books for him to read before the end of this year. Is like, okay, just add it in there. I'm like, no, can you start like tomorrow maybe? I'll get you the audiobook. Can you start tomorrow? Actually, I need you to read it and tell me if I'm crazy for loving this as much as I do, or what. Like, I'm so confused. I love it. I love the feminine character. I love the story. One of the things that I saw people are saying they didn't really love, and in the book it was mentioned a lot of times, a lot of people said she was irrational, and she made irrational decision, and she was dumb and all of this. And I'm reading this and I was like, well, yeah, it was kind of explained. It was explained. In fact, there was another character that says like she doesn't usually listen, and for her, for once in your life, can you listen? Can you Like, I was like, it was mentioned that she was irrational. It was mentioned that, not like words by words, like she's an irrational person, but it was mentioned that she destroys things and she's the reason why a lot of things happen. So we understood. So like, I was like, it was understood that she was supposed to be written like, I don't know, guys. I'm so confused. Like, I was sitting there, like, I feel like I'm sitting here. I'm like, I feel like sometimes, oh gosh, I don't want to make this a black and white thing, but I could cut this out. I could honestly, the amount of things I say and I'm like, I don't want this. I could just cut this out. I'm gonna talk as if I'm going to cut this out. I'm not trying to make this a black and white thing. I really am not. I promise I'm not. But I do realize, something, right? I realize when I'm reading a fantasy written by a black author, the critiques are always harsher. I realize that's something I've been realizing for a while. It's something that I mean, like, this isn't okay. Because for me, as I'm reading this, I was like, oh, okay. If like, I wish she explained this more. I wish this and that. And then I remembered, oh, this is the first of a duology. I think it's a duology or a series. I was like, okay, this is the first. So perhaps and hopefully I get the answer in the next one. Like, I feel like if it was any other book that people didn't like or didn't fully understand the world, even though I feel like the world building in this one was like fully explained properly, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like other people would say, oh, if it was any other author, if it was anyone else, it would be like, oh, wish this was explained properly. However, still love it very much. 5 star. Still love it very much. 4 star. Oh, this was messy, but in a brilliant way. The writing was messy, but in the most brilliant way. 5 star. If it was any other author, I feel like the way that the plot and the way that this was so refreshing, and nothing that I haven't read a fantasy book that was written that way and that the plot was this way. it will have been like so refreshing to read a book like this. 10 stars. So refreshing to read about a female main character who was ambitious. 10 stars. I love this. I recommend this for everyone. It wouldn't have been DNF. I do not recommend. How can you not read? Like, how am I going to say I don't recommend a book to you that I did not finish? This doesn't make sense. It's not fair to say that. Oh my God, I need to stop. I need to shut up. I can cut this out. Like, I'm saying, how can you say I don't recommend a book you did not finish? That's not like, okay. So last month I read Famous Last Words. I'll be the first to say, didn't enjoy it. I DNF it. However, I could see how someone will love this book. For me, it just took too long to get to the point. I fully understand some other people might love it though. If you love it, let me know. Perhaps I'll pick it up again. But to say DNF, I do not recommend. I read 60 pages, trash. So you didn't give it a chance. And I am someone who would say wholeheartedly with my whole chest and my whole being, you should DNF books. You see all these books, well, they're not all of no, my books are not all, but you see these amount of books that I have, they all are waiting for me to get picked up for me to read them. So I understand if you're like, I don't like this, I'm gonna DNF this. I'm with you. But don't say do not recommend if the book wasn't like prejudice to some other people, if the book wasn't homophobic and anything like that. If it's everything we stand against in this world now, of course say, hey, let me tell you about this. Homophobic, prejudice, and this and that. I'm like, oh, say less. We'll never pick them up. But to say, I hated the female main character, I feel like the world wasn't properly explained. DNF, I actually hated the fact that I spent $30 in this. I actually hated this. You didn't finish it, darling. It's all right. It's all right you didn't like it. That doesn't mean someone else won't like it. I will defend this book with my whole being. As we can tell, I will honestly defend it. I'm shocked. Like, I'm shocked. Like, I feel like if you are on BookTok, you probably have seen people saying, oh, I just want different fantasy plot. Oh, like, I feel like we've been like, you know, talked or reread, like reading the same plot in fantasy book, right? And then this book did it, and yet the goalposts keep moving. It's like, so that's not what you wanted then? Oh, that's not what you wanted? What's going on? What's going on? I've seen a lot of people saying, I want my female main character in a fantasy book to be ambitious, to know what she wants, to know what this, to know what that. Like, a female main character in this, Shawty did not know who she was, what she was, anything. Yet she stood tall and say, I'm gonna fight for what I believed in, okay? And I was like, okay, I love that. Like, nobody has to tell you anything like that. You just said, hey, I'm gonna fight. One of the things I also really loved in this book is the fact that from the beginning, like, we open the book, a female main character, everyone else, like, it was already made known that this is a fantasy world. So everyone and everybody is aware that this is a fantasy world. Everybody's a fantasy in here, you know what I mean? So it's like you reading it, you didn't get the explanation or the world building in the first or second paragraph or the third, because people already knew about this, you know what I mean? And this is why I said, like, I feel like I was dropped into the story with her, and I was like figuring out like everything, the world building and like the people and the gods and the supremes of everything, while she was figure it out as well. And that's why I was confused when I saw a comment that says the world building was not good. I was like, yes, because it was already from the first chapter, we understood that she was not human, or maybe she was half human or half something else. It was understood that this is a fantasy world, like she is already in a fantasy atmosphere. Therefore, why did we have to get the whole world building explained to us in the first page? The more you read the book, the more it was explained, and then the twist and then the twist and then the twist. There was a lot of twists in here. I don't know. I'm gonna stop. If I cut all of the things I just said, this is what you're going to this is the thing you're going to hear now. I love this. I really did. I recommend, and I understand perhaps it's not going to be for you. It was for me. I loved it. I cannot wait for my husband to read it so I could hear more about it and be like, maybe he'll love it as much as I do. But I really hope that he does. But I love this. I really, 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 from the bottom of my heart, love this book, and I can't wait to go get the other one and support the author. And look how pretty. I hate snakes. I hate snakes. Like, my biggest fear is a snake. Yeah, this is gorgeous to me. This is stunning. But if I do cut all of the things I just said, you're just going to hear that I loved it. If I didn't, you'll hear all of this. But with all that said, tomorrow, I think tomorrow is going to be an audiobook day because I have, I think, 2 doctor's appointments, so I don't think I'll have the time to sit down and read. But I don't know what book I'm going to read. I think I'm either gonna go for Wild Dark Shore or The Bright Years. My librarian has been waiting for me to read The Bright Years. Either that or The Girls Who Grew Big. I don't know. I actually don't know, but I think I might start all 3 of them to see which one I actually want to read. But I don't think I'll be able to sit down and read, even though that's all I wanted to do. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't think we'll be able to talk, but I'll see you nonetheless.
I reintroduced myself to myself, this time a mother, after which nothing was ever the same. Camille Dungy, Tropic Cascade.
Okay, hello everyone. Hi guys, I'm wearing this headphone because I don't want to miss my husband's call. He's coming to get me because we have to go to a doctor's appointment, and I just want to pick up and run out when he says outside. But hi everyone, we have not talked since, I want to say, Tuesday. Wednesday I was too busy in my doctor's appointment and I haven't read anything today. But yesterday night I started editing my video and I realized I did not tell you guys how many pages I read Tuesday, but I did the math. So Saturday I read 53 pages, Sunday 35, Monday I read 166, and Tuesday I read 170 pages, and the book had 424 pages. So I finished that. But guys, I'm so sorry. I cut out a lot of things yesterday when I was crashing out. Is it a crash out? Honestly, it's not a crash out. I wouldn't say it's a crash out. I don't think so. I was laughing at myself and my husband was right next to me laughing at me too. He was like, oh, you went off for this book, you're passionate. I'm like, yes. Did I wish, like, let me say that, like, yes, there were other things, like there were things that I wished was, well, like, better explained. There were a lot of things that I said, oh, I wish she went into this. Like, often with my character, she learned something about herself in her parents, and I was like, oh, I kind of wish that she went full, like she explained this fully, like, and she gave us more details, or a female main character had a different reaction. I wanted more. But still, like, it's now Thursday and I am like 4.5 or 4 star. Like, I'm like, yeah, I think 4.25 or 4.5. I don't know the final, but I know it's not lower than a 4. But I am still thinking about it. I cannot, like, when I tell you my jaw was to the floor, darling, after the twist and the twist and the twist. But we started The Girls Who Grew Big yesterday and I read up to 192 pages. Well, I listened to it. I don't know if people count. I know some people don't count listening to audiobook as reading, but I do. I don't know because it's a big debate. A lot of it's like, if you listen to audiobook, that's not you reading. And I'm like, my brain is listening to the book. Therefore I'm reading the book. Therefore I'm like, what are we talking about? But I know a lot of people don't, and I'm sorry if you don't, but I do. So I read up to 192. So that meant last night, yesterday, Wednesday, I read 192 pages, and this is what I have left. I am loving this so much. I was debating whether or not I wanted to read Wild Dark Shore because I've been hearing wonderful things about Wild Dark Shore. I want to read it, and also The Bright Years. Also want to read The Bright Years, but I went with this. The reason why I went with this is because I received, like, I got the email that says it's due soon, and I was like, well, I was on hold for it for a month, therefore I have to read it before I return it, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy I picked it because these characters, the more I read, the more I'm realizing that, like, I prefer books that feels real, like woman fiction, historical fiction. You're like okay, for example, one of my favorite book, like, I never thought a book could be 6 stars up until I read This Could Be Us by Kenneth Ryan, and when I read The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, these books leaves in my head went free. Like, This Could Be Us and Before I Let Go, romance, right? But it read like a woman fiction with a subtitle of romance, and the characters, especially This Could Be Us, the characters the things that they were going through felt like a woman fiction. The things that they were going through, I'm like, oh my God, what if this is me one day? Like, what if my husband decided to be stupid and dumb and like did everything that the husband did, and this could be us, you know what I mean? And now I have to do all of that, like to build myself up, to take care of my kids, to do this. Like, it read like a woman fiction. It read like this is like someone's real life story. I love books like that. I love books that feels like the characters just feels real. Like I could walk down my street or go to my church or go to my library or like anywhere and meet the characters that I'm reading about. And The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna is historical fiction, but because she took inspiration from World War II, obviously this is a part of our like of human history, so we're going to feel exactly what the characters were feeling. We're going to understand their pain and why they did what they did. The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, I am begging you, if you haven't read it, like it's my 6-star. Like, I talk about this book a lot. I think about the characters a lot. I could just be cooking, whipping it up, and I'm like, gosh, I love that. But the writing, it's because it was historical fiction. It's because this is a part of our history and we'll never forget that. And so it's like, well, yeah, obviously. But this book is making me feel the exact thing. There's not a lot I can say about this. It's literally, we're following these 3 teen moms who are in this small town in Florida. And they're in a small town, like I said, and nothing is going well in this town. And also their parents want nothing to do with them. Literally, their parents do not want anything to do with them. And so they find each other and form this little group and form this little friendship, and they just have each other's back. They have each other's back, the connection, the community that they built with the girls in here. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I love this. And like the reason why I say I feel like this book is going to stay with me and the characters are going to stay with me is because like can I just say, okay, listen. I realized as I'm reading this book, I was a judgmental kid. Yes, I was. And I don't think it's something I did intentionally. I don't think it's something like, I feel like we all were a little bit judgmental when it comes to teens, mom, right? Like, I feel like you and I, we were a little bit. Because like in high school, right? If we were in high school and you saw your classmate pregnant, the first thing in my mind, or the first thing in our mind was, oh God, her life is over. Her life is over. Oh my gosh, how's she gonna graduate? She's not gonna go to college. How is this going to happen? And it's not something that I did intentionally. It's literally been taught to me generation from generation. My grandmother said, do not get pregnant. My mother said, do not get pregnant. My sister, do not get pregnant. All of these things. And they tell you, you get pregnant, your life is over. You get pregnant, this is and this is and this. Like, I've literally internalized this thing. In reality, none of us, we didn't know this girl's story. And as I'm reading this, we get the different perspective of it. And I don't want to tell you these girls' stories, but we get different perspective. We see different POVs and we see how and why and when and all of that. And you're like, oh, some of them, like, for example, maybe one of them was assaulted. I don't know. I didn't know that, but I saw it and I said, she's pregnant. She had sex. Now she's pregnant. Look at her. And I know some of our teachers, because there was this one girl that was pregnant in our class, and when we go to English class, the teacher would just tell us everything. We're just like judging her the whole time. In reality, we didn't know what was going on. Maybe it was like family instabilities. Maybe someone older should have done better. I realized I was a judgmental little kid and I did not know these are stories, and I judged him and I judged him and I judged him. And this is what this book is doing so well, is showing me and telling me these girls' perspective and how and the why and the all of this. And I'm just like, I am so sorry that my stupid self, my young self, was just dumb enough to judge you, because I didn't know that. Especially because there's this one character in here, she would do something, she's like, I know you think I'm stupid, or I know right now you judge me. And I'm like, oh God, I did just judge you right now. I really did. I'm so sorry about that. Like, the way this is written, like, there's this character that's just like, she's like talking to you. She's telling you exactly like, okay, I know right now you judging me. I know right now you're saying that I'm this and I'm that. And I'm like, I really did. I'm so sorry, babe. Like, I am sorry. I didn't think. But now I'm thinking, now I'm learning. And this is the beauty of reading, right? You learn new things and your perspective change of life. Like, I'm loving it so much. I love it. I'm doing this thing where each book that I read this year, because this is a library copy, each book that I read that I love, that I know it's going to stay with me, I'm going to buy at the end of this year. And this is already in the list because I know that I'm gonna want my friends to read it, because oh my God, the writing is beautiful. The characters, I feel like I could walk down my street and like meet these girls, because teen pregnancy is not a real, like, it's not a new thing. Teens has been pregnant forever. You know what I mean? We've seen teen moms in MTV. We meet teen mom in our high school. So to now know these girl stories, to now know the why and the why not, and in things that happen to them, I'm like, oh, wow. I don't want to say too much. I feel like it's best to just go as blind as you can and just read these girl stories and follow them through. And I'm rooting for agents in every single one of them. I thought I was going to have like a favorite character, but I love all of them equally and I want to support them. And this is one character in here, you guys, this is one character in here, oh my god, I was as I'm reading her story, I was like, why are you so freaking, like, stop it. Like, I'm not gonna tell you the name, but if you read it, then you know which one I'm talking about. When I tell you I really wanted to shake some senses into her, I was like, this is not love, stop it, just tell the truth. And then I realized, actually, she's 16 and she's 17. And you should know better, because you older than her. Maybe you should know better. Like, I'm literally ready to shake some senses into her and tell her, like, you need to stop this. Like, this is not okay. Like, just stop it, just stop it, just stop it. But at the same time, I'm like, she does not know any better. Let the girl grow. And this is what this writer does so much. You've seen them different stages in their life in school, still trying to better themselves. I love it. I truly love it. I am on page 190, 192, and this is what I have left. And tomorrow, I don't think I have anything to do tomorrow. I think tomorrow is the one day I have no doctor's appointment and I want to go to my library and just sit there and binge read it. I'm loving it. I really am loving it. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey, hello guys, I am back home. We were back from the library. I finished this. I have no words. I love this book. I truly love this book. It's the same that I said. You know how it's like the characters just felt real? Like, I feel like I could walk down my street and just like meet one of these girls. That's what it feels like. This author did something, oh my gosh. So I told you guys we were following 3 girls with like different POVs and each chapter and stuff, but she did this thing where we'll be in one chapter and it will be like, for example, Simone's life, right? She will be explaining what's happening to Simone's, right? And you'll be so invested because things are happening. You're invested. You want to know what's going to happen next. You want to hold Simone. You want to know absolutely completely everything. And then you flip the page and she leaves you in the most cliffhanger. And you're just like, wait, no, pause. I'm not ready to leave her life. Tell me what happens. Tell me what happens right now. So you keep going. And then now you end up, for example, you in like Emery's POV. And now Emery's POV in her life is also unraveling. And you're just like, now you invested in her life as well. So you're just like, wait, no, pause. I need to know what was happening with Simone. But now I'm interested in Emery. And you flip the page again, you go back to Simone, and you're like, wait, now I need to know what's happening to freaking Emery. Like, bring me back. It's honestly the most bingeable. Like, you can't put this book down because every chapter ends with something that you need to. Like, you must know what's going to happen next in this girl's life. I loved it. I loved it. This was my first book by this author. There's another. I think she has another book. I think I heard from TikTok she has another book. I think it's a poetry book. I'm not sure. I need to search it, but can't wait to read the next one. I love this girl so much. Like I said, I keep saying, like, I feel like I could walk down my street and like meet Simone, Emery, and like meet everybody, and I will hug them and love them. It's incredible to see just how they became so like resilient and how they became better than the adult around them. Because when I tell you, every adult around these girls were just absolutely disgusting. I mean, absolutely disgusting. I love each of the girls like equally. Like, I love them, I adore them, I want to support them, I want to hug them and all of that. But this is one character that truly I cannot understand how her mom and her dad did her this way. Like, I'm sitting there like, how? Every single one of them. But this one, I'm like, how do you turn your back to your kid? Like, how are you like this? How are you like this? How is she a kid, but she's like, she has better understanding than you? How is this possible? I was so angry. When I tell you, I wanted to support these girls, I wanted to hug them, I just feel so much for them. I honestly, from the bottom of my heart, feels so much. for these girls. I feel so much. I love them. I want to protect them. This story just felt too real. It felt too real. It was emotional. I did not cry. I thought I was going to cry. I was in the library, like I was in the library, like can't cry right now. Like I can't cry right now. And thankfully I didn't. But it was a very like emotional book. Highly recommend this book. Highly recommend. But I did finish it, and I already did the math. So this book had 335 pages, and yesterday I read 193, but today I finished it and I read the remaining 142 pages, and we finished this one. But while I was at the library, I also started Wild Dog Shore. We can't really talk about this one. There's nothing to say. I'm on page 6. I'm on page 6 today. It's Friday. We're going on a date. So I was reading and I was like, oh, I think I can like make it to like a good 15 or like 50 pages. Made it to page 6, and my husband was like coming home. I'm like, oh, be right behind you. Give me a minute. So I don't know if we can even count that, but if we want to, realistically, I read 148 pages today if we really want to. But guys, I love this. This is nothing I can say about this. I don't know. All I know is that there's this woman from this book. I think she washed up from shore. There's nothing I can say. Nothing I can say. But guys, so this is the thing. Tomorrow, I still have doctor's appointment. I have more doctor's appointment to go, and I don't think I will be able to read at all. And so I was like, I think I'm gonna end it here. So I thought we'll just do like a whole total of how many pages we read this week. Even though I really wanted to end this tomorrow and see like how many pages I could read from this, because I think it's going to be interesting. But I honestly don't think I'll even be able to listen to audiobook. That's how busy books. Like I have too many doctor's appointments, and I have to come back home and wait and then go back. It's a busy day tomorrow. I won't be able to read. But I thought before I say goodbye, we would just see how many pages we read. Still highly recommend this book. I went to my library and I saw a copy of it. I was like, yeah, y'all know what's out. I was like, yeah, of course, it's my library, doll. But I thought we should go over it. The last one was 424 pages, and The Girls Who Grew Big was 235 pages. So that means this week I read 759 pages, which is a lot to me. I'm not gonna count the 6. Like I feel like I'm just playing with my like, oh, I was like, actually no, realistically I did read it, so let's do exactly that. Plus 6, I'm sorry, 759 plus 6, 765 pages. Yay me. Yay me. I'm actually really proud. But I really wish and like hope that I could have read tomorrow, but I won't have the time. I won't have the time. Plus I'm always stressed when I have that from just like the other day. I was too stressed. But here's what I'm going to say. Bye. I loved every book that I read this week. I'll see you guys next time. God bless you. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.